Hi, this is Kenty Khan. Welcome to our show. Our show today centers around investment opportunities in India through RE/MAX India's initiative called the Great India Property Show. My guests today are Sam Chopra, Chairman and founder of RE/MAX India, who is leading a delegation of brokers and developers to Canada to facilitate cross-border investment opportunities. Along with him, I'll also be chatting with Asif Khan of RE/MAX All-Stars Realty. He's a team member of RE/MAX All-Stars and a Hall of Fame member. I'll first be speaking with Sam Chopra. Sam, welcome to our ATN studios. Welcome to Canada.
Thank you.
Tell me first of all about RE/MAX India and why are you here?
Well, RE/MAX came into India about 3 years ago, and we've been fortunate to set up a huge network in India. We have about over 100 broker offices spread across 42 cities. And now it's time for us to look outward and see how we could generate business for our brokers in India in the overseas market. And one of the reasons we've come to Canada is to explore a cross-border referral and see if there are opportunities for us to work with Canadians of Asian origin, and that's the reason we're here.
Why the RE/MAX office then? What used to happen in the real estate industry in India before setting up RE/MAX India?
I think there was a huge shortage of professional brokerage and professional brokers. The North American market was about 50 or even more years ago. There is actually no direct licensing in India, and there is no entry barrier for somebody to come into the real estate industry. Of course, things are changing, but when RE/MAX came in, what we say very proudly is we brought in the new age broker, and with that came in education, training, entry levels, entry barriers, and also continuing education. We've set up a code of ethics. We ensure there's transparency, there's integrity, and most importantly, honesty of trade. I think this is very different from what most Canadians that have invested or have tried to invest in India in real estate have experienced. We believe we are catalytic to that change, and my delegation, which consists of about 15 real estate brokers of RE/MAX and high-performing and high-quality developers from India, that we would spread the message around and ensure that people now have no anxiety and more confidence in investing in India. I think one of the key things that we've discovered, we've been to the RE/MAX convention, and we've figured out in Toronto that...
This is here?
This is here.
Yeah.
The RE/MAX, we came for the
Ontario Atlantic Convention?
Ontario Atlantic Convention of RE/MAX, and we've interacted with over 3,000 brokers and agents. They've been very excited about our prospect. We had this huge spread of what we call the Great India Property Show Pavilion, and there were great networking opportunities. We met almost about, I'd say about 300 to 400 Indians, or if I may say Canadian Indians, who expressed interest in working with us. We have been to various broker offices across the Greater Toronto area, and I think about 7, 8 in all, met almost another 500 brokers and agents, and they've all been very excited with the prospects of working with us. And it's not only the people of Indian origin or Asian origin, but even those who are from different origin, different backgrounds. What they've gone and said is that each one of them has a few Indians who in their circle of influence who would be prospective investors, prospective customers who would like to invest in India. We've also gone back and said that our intention is not only to sell inventory of projects which are there in India, but also to look at inventory of projects which are available to for sale in Canada.
In Canada.
And we want to take those back and sell them to high net worth individuals in India. There is a lot of disposable income available with Indians. They're looking at alternate destinations. We have invested in second homes. We've invested in resort properties and retirement homes, but it's time to mitigate risks and especially geographical risks and move out and look for new investment destinations. And Canada, I believe, is one of the greatest investment destinations because of the security. Your home market's been amazing. Your mortgage rates are under 3%. There's phenomenal stability over here. And I believe overall the political, economic, and other conditions make it one of the most promising destinations for Indians to buy properties.
Well, it's interesting, Sam. Before RE/MAX India, and before this initiative, before your delegation, coming to Canada here, what would happen? What would be the general situation if somebody here, a Canadian of Indian origin or not, if they wanted to buy property in India, what would they theoretically do?
To be fair, while there are a few professional property brokers in India, a lot of them, or most property brokers, were entered into a relationship with investors from Canada more out of friends and relatives. So the references came out of friends and relatives, and they may or may not have had the opportunity of knowing professional brokers. With us coming in, we've set up something called the RE/MAX Academy of Real Estate, which actually trains people, and we've gone beyond our scope of training RE/MAX professionals, and now we train anybody and everybody who is interested in the trade, because we believe that when the in the sea, when the tide goes up, the sailboats as well as the yachts as well as the ocean liners go and move up. So while we may be the ocean liner, we'd want everybody to move up with the high tide.
Well, then tell me, what are some of the opportunities that await Canadians of Indian origin in India?
First and foremost, we have this huge opportunity for people who are wanting to relocate to India. We have offers of franchises, which means that we are selling regional franchises, and people who are willing to come back and relocate and invest a sizable amount can buy actually regions, own regions, and actually run those. We also have opportunities to buy broker offices, or if they don't wish to buy broker offices, just to become agents in the Indian operation. So for those who are in the real estate industry, that could be in any organization, whether RE/MAX or others, or have their own personal customized operation. But if they want to relocate and still be in the real estate industry, there's a great opportunity available for them in India.
And they wanted to just buy property then?
If they wanted to buy property, that's again a great opportunity. But before I forget, I have to say this, that our regional owners and our broker owners, a lot of them have actually moved back from Canada. I have in our team about 3 broker owners, part of the delegation now. So 3 broker owners who are of Canadian, who were in Canada and have actually relocated back over the last few years and bought into the RE/MAX franchise. We also have a regional owner who was in Canada for about 11 years, decided to pack up his bags and move back to India. So he is also he stayed and worked in Canada. So 4 of our prominent franchisees are Indians who've stayed in Canada for over 8 to 10 years and relocated back to their home country. Now, as far as opportunities in investment of properties is concerned, of course, you have opportunities to buy primary properties, those which are sold by developers. And what RE/MAX does is it ensures that the properties that RE/MAX actively canvasses or helps in selling, or at least the brokers do, they are of good quality. We deal only with quality A and B developers and not anybody and everybody. So there is a peace of mind that if RE/MAX is bringing those properties to the Canadian market, you can be rest assured that there is some amount of due diligence which is done on those. Of course, the final due diligence has to be done by the buyer, and it's between the buyer and the end broker that he's working with. But more importantly, if there is secondary properties, then to ensure transparency in the dealings is something that a RE/MAX broker would do. And whether it is broker from Canada, who is either from RE/MAX or from any other brokerage, for him to deal with somebody unknown versus to deal with a broker of RE/MAX in India, I think the comfort level would be far higher than what it would be to just go out fishing without knowing what kind of fish you're going to catch.
Well, it's interesting that you just said that it doesn't have to be a RE/MAX broker.
Absolutely.
It could be anybody in the business. So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. We believe that we're here to promote Canada to India and India to Canada. So all Indians wishing to buy properties in Canada, our preferred route definitely will be through RE/MAX brokers in Canada. But having said that, if they do not have certain properties, or if there is a cooperation between the RE/MAX broker in Canada and some other brokers, we would definitely promote that and ensure that we are able to sell those properties to the customers, because we wish to ensure that the customers are protected and they get the right service and they get the right product. And similarly, if there are brokers who are from RE/MAX and also from other agencies, we would be very happy to embrace them and to work with them, because at the end of the day, our brokers in India, since I run RE/MAX India, I wish to ensure that our brokers are profitable, they get the maximum transactions, and because of the fact that they follow the code of ethics and they are transparent, honest, and have high integrity levels, they ought to get rewarded by ensuring that maximum traffic and business flows through them. And that's the reason I'm here to promote trade between the two countries.
Sam, what kind of reaction have you been having here in Canada from the agents and from others that you've met with your delegation?
Well, I think it's been simply amazing. I have to say that back home in India, everybody said, it's really cold and you're going to a colder climate. And
it's winter time as well.
It's winter time there, so it was. We were shivering in +3 degrees centigrade, and I was thinking, this is going to be really horrible. I'm going to come in and come in here, and people say this is not really winter. And it's still, it's only -1 or -5 or -8. It ought to be -25 or 26. But irrespective, firstly, I haven't felt cold at all. And that's especially because of the fact that I've had so much warmth right from the RE/MAX headquarters in Toronto to everybody down, whether it's broker owners, agents, various realty boards. People have been so hospitable. In fact, it's been embarrassing that I've had to turn down requests from people to come up and meet up with them. We've hosted a wine and cheese event to get to meet all the people that we haven't been able to touch base with, meeting about 300 to 400 people there. But on a daily basis, it's about 150 to 200 people that we're touching base with from 7 a.m. in the morning to almost midnight.
But how excited are they about the initiative?
They're extremely positive, very excited, and they've said, thank God RE/MAX has come to India, thank God there's professionalism that's coming in the real estate business in India, and we're going to work with you. So it's people from all across. It's been realtors, it's been consumers. I met so many people from India who are who've never been to India in the last 10 or 15 years, and they say, hey, I'm going to come back to India in the next couple of years, and I want to buy property, and it's going to be you guys that I'm going to call up. So I've given, I carried about 1,000 cards. I've asked for some to be reprinted now, and that's a matter of 4 to 5 days. The response has been phenomenal.
Well, people here interested in investment, property investment in India, well, they've got professionals to deal with now, and I guess dealing with you, they feel at home, as it were, because they have the same level of professionalism that they are accustomed to here. How does one get in touch with you then, assuming that I have viewers watching the show now who are saying, hey, you know what, I've got some money and now I'm really excited about this and I would like to get some investment in India. What do they do?
For people in Canada who wish to invest in India, I think you must go to your broker of choice. And I hope that he is from Remax.
And you let him know that you're interested in investment, and then he'll take it from there.
Yeah, yeah. You go and connect with your broker, and hopefully he's from Remax, and when you meet up with him, we are sharing our information, our details with all brokers that we've connected with, and which, of course, 95 to 98% of those have been from Remax so far, besides those that we met through the realty boards and from the real estate boards. And you know, all of them know our contact details, they know our brokers, and we have a list of brokers, all 100 of those that have been shared with them, their contact details, the cities. Like I said, we're in 42 cities in India, so I'm sure the city that you're from and you wish to invest in, we are there, and Remax is there waiting for you and wanting to help you the way you want to buy your dream home back home in India.
Well, Sam, thanks for taking the time to come in and chat with us.
Thank you very much.
We'll let that finish here for now, and then we'll continue chatting with Asif.
Thank you very
Asif
much.
Khan after
Thank
the
you.
break. We've been chatting with Sam Chopra, chairman and founder of Remax India, who is leading a delegation here called the Great India Property Show. And Sam has been chatting with us about investment opportunities in India. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back, and we'll then chat with Asif Khan of Remax All-Stars Realty.
Villa Appliances Limited. Quality appliances for the lowest price.
ਲੀੜੇ ਤੋੜ ਬਹਾਨੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਆ ਜੋ ਮੋਟਰ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੋਟਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਆਈ ਆ ਨਵੀਂ ਵਾਸ਼ਰ ਡਰਾਇਰ ਲੈਣ ਬਿੱਲਾ ਅਪਲਾਈਐਂਸਿਸ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੇਜਰ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਡਸ ਦੇ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਹੋਮ ਅਪਲਾਈਐਂਸਿਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਤੇ ਲੋਐਸਟ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਲਈ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਥਾਂ ਹੈ ਬਿੱਲਾ ਅਪਲਾਈਐਂਸਿਸ ਸੋ ਮੰਨੋ ਮਿਸ ਪੂਜਾ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਤੇ ਬਿੱਲਾ ਅਪਲਾਈਐਂਸਿਸ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਆਣਾ
For a weekly flyer, visit villaappliances.com.
I was paying bills for the local long distance and then the international. And then comes Vonage. Beautiful, right? I have one small bill now. Call quality bahut hi badhiya hai. So the next trip back to India, I'm going to gift it to my parents.
For the price most people pay for just domestic home phone service, Vonage offers unlimited calls throughout Canada, India, the US, and more than 60 other countries. Now all for only $19.99 a month.
I'm Amit Murumkar and this was my last bill before I switched to Vonage.
Sign up at Vonage.ca now.
Stevens Furniture le ਆਏ ਹਨ ਮਾਡਰਨ ਅਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੈਡੀਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਦਾ ਮੇਲ ਚੁਣਿੰਦਾ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੇਂਜ ਤੋਂ ਚੁਣਨ ਲਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਹੋਮ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਦੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਅਤੇ ਬਿਹਤਰੀਨ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਸ਼ਾਨਦਾਰ ਇੰਟੀਰੀਅਰ ਸਟਾਈਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਕਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ
ਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਸਟੀਵਨ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ ਆਓ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਅਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਤੋਂ ਘੱਟ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਉਠਾਓ
Stevens Furniture 2575 Steeles Avenue, East Brampton, Ate, 2210 Dree Road, Mississauga.
Okay, boy. Daddy lost his phone. Here's a picture. Got the send? Atta boy. Go find Daddy's phone. It should work.
Now there's a better way to find your phone. Introducing Rogers Phone Finder. Helps you find your phone with just the click of a button. Phone Finder, now part of Canada's only free handset protection guarantee.
Truth without fear. Can Asian Times, the most reliable source for Canadian Asian news.
Paper with a difference. Arts and culture, history, all main news.
I love Can Asian Times for its fashion and recipe pages.
We love Can Asian Times, especially the Bollywood and travel news.
Can Asian Time, world news, entertainment, art, sports, classified ads, and much more. Can Asian Time, now in 10 Canadian cities and the U.S.
My guest now is Asif Khan of Remax All-Stars Realty in Markham, Ontario. Asif, welcome to ATN.
Thank you, Kanti.
Asif, tell me, as an all-star broker yourself of long standing, what does the Remax India initiative mean to you?
The Remax India initiative is actually very exciting for us. Remax India has gone in and they've increased the professional standards of real estate in India. And what that allows us to do is it gives us a level of comfort when recommending investment opportunities to our clients back in India. Being of Indian origin, I think this is a huge opportunity to allow Indians that are in Canada to invest back home. With the strength of the Indian market right now and the way that it's been growing over the last 10 to 15 years, it's a huge opportunity not only to make money out of it, but also to be able to buy a piece of land back where we're from.
What's the current situation, or why should someone invest in India? Why should we look towards investing in India?
India is it's a stable, growing economy, and what we're seeing is the appreciation in the property values over the last 10 to 15 years are pretty similar to, or if not greater, than the opportunities in Canada as well. Now, when you look at the world economy, how many markets can you go into if you want to make some money out of it? Because if you look at what's happening in Europe, you look at what's happening in the United States, India provides a great opportunity. As Canadian investors, when you're looking abroad to invest, I think it would be one of the top 3 opportunities in the world to invest in.
Now, in terms of investing in India, your clients that your current clients, those who are thinking about investing in India, or those that have invested in India, how comfortable are they, not with their investment in India, but the procedures, the operational procedures that they have to go through in investing in India?
And you know what, that's a great question, because that's been one of the concerns, because a lot of people have come to us and say, we want to invest in India, can you help us invest in India, but can you guarantee that our money will be safe? And with RE/MAX India's initiative, and also bringing the Great India Property Show to Canada, it showcases what they have, and also gives our clients, and as well as us, RE/MAX agents, gives us a level of comfort to say, now we have someone from the RE/MAX family looking after you over there. And I think that is a paramount factor to be able to provide to our clients, to our investors.
But as Sam said earlier in the show, it doesn't have to be a RE/MAX agent. RE/MAX India, of course, is now set up in India. But any prospective client here who would like to invest in India, they can contact their agent of choice, couldn't they?
Yeah, they can contact their agent of choice, and what RE/MAX India brings is the professionalism and the professional standards that realtors have to have in Canada. So now that is being echoed in the Indian real estate boards. So what we need to know and to share with our clients is, sure, you can use your agent of choice. At the same time, on the other end, you have an agent that is held to certain professional standards, and that gives the clients a level of comfort. And as realtors, that's what we have to ensure, is that our clients, because we're working on a level of trust, and that's been heightened in India.
What do you think is going to be happening to your business after this Great India Property Show?
I think it gives us a great option to take our investors over there and to be able to provide more opportunities of growth for their money. Our economy in Canada, everyone knows, it's no secret that we're leading the world out of this recession that they're in, and our conservative banking lending criteria has played into Canadians having a lot of equity in their homes. And what we call it is, it's found money. It's equity in your home that you're not using. So if you can borrow against your home for 2.5, 2.8, 2.9% and invest it in a country like India, where they're showing growth of 10, 15, 20%, it's a no-brainer, and it's a great opportunity.
This is the old using your equity to get investment income.
Yeah, so we tell people you don't need to have liquid cash in order to invest in properties. You can use the equity that you have built up in your home, because that is your money.
To somebody who doesn't really understand this, but might very well have, substantial equity in their property right now.
Well, our economy, our real estate market has been growing at a very good yet, increments that are 6, 7, 8% per year. So if you purchased a house back about 10, 15 years ago here for $300,000, your house could very well be worth about $450,000, $500,000 right now. So you have about $250,000 plus in equity that you've accumulated, and that's just sitting there. So if you wanted to invest in India, and suppose you wanted to invest $100,000 in India, you don't have to have that cash sitting there, because you can take that out from your home and invest it in India, and now that money is working for you.
And with this, the Great India Property Show right now, and the RE/MAX India initiative, this is all possible, not only possible, but easy, but made much easier for us.
It's made much easier having professionalism on the other side. And Sam's done a great job building the network. He's in 42 cities now. So like you said earlier, whatever city you're from in India and you want to invest back home and watch where you're from, your country grow, this is a great opportunity to be able to have that contact, to have that level of comfort, to have that trust factor. I think it's an unbelievable opportunity for Indians that are in Canada to invest back home right now.
Well, and as Sam said, he's got not only real estate brokers in his delegation, he's also got property developers. So that helps the whole process, because you've got the brokers, you've got people who are developers. It all works.
That's correct, and we've seen some of these developments that they've brought with them for the Great India Property Show, and they're phenomenal. They're state-of-the-art buildings, all the amenities, all the bells and whistles. It's very exciting. The projects that they brought are very exciting.
Asif, thank you for taking the time to come and chat with us and telling us all about the Great India Property Show and the RE/MAX India Initiative. Thanks to you and Sam Chopra for coming in and spending the time, and thanks to you, our viewers, for watching. This is Kenty Can for ATN. See you next time.
Rejuvenated by new blood. It's a stronger Pakistan side from the one that faced a shameful defeat on English soil last year. Will the spearheads of Pakistan pierce the brick wall of England? Or will the old enemy again tame the Asian gladiators in an away conflict? Catch the pulsating contest between Pakistan and England from 17th January.
myself वीरा कौर
आज हिंदुस्तान में हर जगह अपना नाम चलता है
मैं हूँ आपका हीरो
तेरी माँ बहन
रोमांस द डांस हिंदी फिल्म स्टार
Heading down under in 2003. In Brisbane in the first test, I batted my way to 144. It felt good, answering all the aggression, the cocky voices, the banter with my bat. That's what this tour of Australia will be about. Be fearless, because when you start to feel the heat down under, that's when you discover the champion in you. Get ready for some thunder down under.
Presented by XL Funds, your authority in emerging markets.
Years of breaking news.
Good evening. It's been seen as a turning point in history.
A certain kind of understanding was developing between Nawaz Sharif and Benazir Bhutto. A suicide bomber today blew himself up.
What you can see behind me is the actual site of the blast. Hey! It's fucking zabardast fighting ho rahi hai.
Meet the channel India turns to every day.
We've got one of the greats of Australian cricket here in our studio.
The latest breaking stories.
You're watching NDTV 24/7.
Centuries old.
चालू